Hey everybody, this is Mike again with Absorb Reliance. Today I'm going to be making it's a little card. It's the shuttle card that you feed the yarn in between each one of the looms that runs around and around and around to make the actual sash. Now, I've not done any of this yet. You're learning as long as I'm learning, and that's what I'm doing, I hope. So won't you stick around. We're going to go ahead and make us one. I've got some cedar and we're going to see how it does. Alright guys, welcome back. Here's the block that I'm going to be using. It's some cedar. Some of you may have seen it with some other projects that I've made, some spoons and things like that. I'm going to be using some of my power tools because I'm in a hurry, because I want to go out there and get started on this and see how well it does. So stick around, let's get some cutting on this right here. This is about a 10-inch piece of wood. I'm going to sit down and draw out what I think I want, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some cutting on it. Alright, this particular piece of wood right here, it's 1 inch thick. It's a little thick to be shoving back and forth in between, you know, the Inkle Loom in itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave it the thickness because I don't have a planer. Wish I did, but that's on my list of things to get one day. But I'm going to go ahead and just draw out what I want to get on. It is 10 inches, so that should give me plenty of room inside of it to do a little bit of work. So what I want to do is I'm going to just guesstimate about how big of a shuttle width that I want. So it's going to be about 3. We're going to go 2.5. So let's make us a mark 2.5 on both ends. Plus it gives me some spoon material later. Now, if that's 10 inches, I'm probably going to want about 2 here. And we're going to go with, since that's 10, we'll make it 8. Now what I've done is I've marked that out 2 inches, 2 inches. This is where my yarn will actually go into the middle of it. So what I want to do is center that out. I better go ahead and mark it in the center as well. So if that's 3, so that's 1.5 inches. That way we'll be kind of centered. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Now any of you guys that are tuning in, I am not a Inkle Loom guy. I have never worked on one, but I'm also not going to go spend $100, $200 and not be able to do it. I got more time than money. So we're at the center of that. We're just kind of making some little cheats here, just so that I got a round edge is all that I'm doing. I'm going to actually try to thin that down with this bandsaw. I've kind of got it leveled out to where I got it. voila, I now have 2 shuttles, which means I can double my yarn as well. But anyway, I split it where there's a will, there's a way, so there you go. And they're pretty much dead even. Now that we got it kind of semi-smoothed down, we're going to take it over here to this little 1-inch that I've got and do a little bit of shaving, trimming, and cutting and lipping and all this other stuff. Alright, I'm using a Dremel here, and I'm just going in it pretty slow right now, just smoothing those edges down. You want those edges inside of it, I'm very sure. And as I've said before, I've not even used an Inkle Loom. So, but I'm positive you don't want those edges jacked up and pulling on your yarn and getting hung and making frays and such on it. Alright, so let's do a little hand sanding. Basically, just taking this block and rounding these edges around. Well, there it is. There's part 2 of me working on learning how to do a loom, an Inkle Loom. These may be too big. I don't know. You'll see on the next video whenever I go ahead and string up my loom. And the third one after that will probably be setting up and actually using it and spinning and weaving out the actual sashes and things like that that I want to make with them. I'm going to plan on making a few of them. I'm going to actually make one of them for my gun. I just put me one of them in layaway, and you guys will be seeing that one right there. And it is a muzzle loader, and it is period correct for the area that I'm wanting to be in. Just hope I chose the right one, because that's just going to be tough. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you watching. I appreciate you sticking around and watching through this. I know my channel is up and down in different things, but you know, that's part of being self-reliant. And that's why I do the things that I do, instead of just run straight out to the woods and ponder around out there and do things in it. Some of that stuff is what I do, but I also do things in the shop to help me, just in case things get to the wrong end of the world or whatever. One day I'll be able to have these little things here and have the knowledge to actually be able to do it. So I'll just continue to absorb as much knowledge as I can, just as much as you guys do, because if it didn't go to YouTube, we don't really watch it that much for the comedy if you're watching my side, although I am kind of funny looking. But you know, it's another story and a whole new chapter. But thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you guys on another one.